Hey, how's it going? I am super emotional and excited right now. I can hardly sit still. I have to tell you why. My mind is expanding, exploding. So is my heart. I am overwhelmed. So this morning I woke up and I was pretty agitated and out of it because A, I don't do very well first thing in the morning. I'm not usually feeling well first thing in the morning. And I had a really horrible nightmare very late this morning, so I woke up from that and I was out of it. However, when my flash briefings went off today and I heard that Mattel was coming out with this doll that is gender non-conforming, my eyes just instantly welled with tears, and I just kept going closer and closer to my device to listen and trying to process as quickly as possible what I was hearing. But it was very clear that by how emotional I was getting, that this ran so deep for me that it was hitting me at the deepest point. And not only that, I was really having a revelation as to my own relationship with dolls in my childhood, in my life, particularly with Barbies, with Mattel, and wow, I have to talk about it. I've been super eager to make this video today, and I just read an incredible article that was written in Time. You can go look at it on Time's website, and I'm just floored. I'm so excited. So basically, baby Jamie had no desire to play with Barbies. I don't really remember the initial specific time when I said no, but I know that in terms of photographic evidence, as well as talking with my parents and other people that were close to me when I was very little, I was super against Barbies. I remember feeling against Barbies, I just don't remember why at all. On the flip side of that, I was infatuated with Cabbage Patch dolls, which are babies and dolls, but more baby-esque. And my mom was working at the hospital at the time in New York and had a friend in the NICU, and I would just get real diapers and the whole 9 yards, and I had a stroller. I mean, I really thought that I was parenting these kids, and I kind of always felt that my stance around that had to do with my maternal, paternal instincts, and just instincts in general that's how I was viewing it then, and way before now with all of our new language, our new understanding, my understanding of myself. So talking about past language, not saying that there's just maternal and paternal and that should exist, just talking about previous language, previous experience, what I was feeling and telling myself at a very young age. So when I heard this, it unlocked something massive for me, which is, I essentially realized what I now fully believe to be why I truly had a problem with Barbies and why I had such great enthusiasm for the Cabbage Patch dolls, what the difference is, and then I'll move back on to this doll that Mattel is creating. So the Cabbage Patch dolls, as I said, they looked like babies. When we're babies, we kind of all look the same, right? I mean, to some extent. I mean, of course, different races and ethnicities and things like that, but on the greater scope of things, we're babies. We all, there's not so much to identify with or not identify with other than maybe skin color, just because you're not verbal, you're processing a million things. I mean, you can't really communicate, you're a baby. I'm talking about a legit infant here, okay? Not even a 2-year-old or a 4-year-old that might have an understanding of their gender and sexuality. I'm talking about an infant. That is what Cabbage Patch dolls, they're these little babies. I don't remember them ever being anything other than what was supposed to be legitimate infant or maybe 1-year-old when I think back. I mean, I don't know exactly how they were sold and whatever, but that is my memory. And Barbies have usually been, well, not pubescent. They, you know, the Barbies had breasts, and Ken has wide shoulders, and all these things that in society, not only have we decided are what masculine and feminine are, but aside from that, it's just like when you're a little kid, that's not what your body looks like. So when I heard this announcement today, I was like, holy shit. Maybe I hated Barbies, not because of just, like, even far past and deeper than society saying femininity and masculinity, but that I looked at these dolls and they flat out didn't reflect who I saw myself as, or who I felt myself as, or who my soul really is at the deepest pit. That realization, that feels more like a revelation for me. It's opening up a lot of stuff, and it makes me reflect greatly on my upbringing and toys and just the way that we reflect and value ourselves. You know, now fast forward even just a couple of years ago when Mattel started putting out these dolls that didn't just reflect one body type, you know, that was already a huge deal, and I was so excited about that. Very excited when I see dolls, Mattel or otherwise, that reflect people of different health issues, nationalities, all of these things. But to hear that there's now going to be a gender-neutral doll that has all sorts of outfit choices where the colors are yellow and green, and it's not all about pink and blue, and the studies that they're doing on this and that they've been doing, and the fact that this is about to release, it honestly just makes me feel amazing and relieved and hopeful for children in the future, for children that I hope to have, for the children within my family, anybody. This is a really big deal. This is a really, really, really big deal. That children are going to be able to open this box, and they're going to be able to say and see for themselves, this doll can reflect whoever I am. And not just, you know, in general, hard, fast rule of like, I identify this way, but it's a doll that can be changed and transformed with the identity of the child. And that's just incredible. I'm totally, totally blown away. My support towards Mattel is growing tremendously. My respect for Mattel is growing tremendously. Again, this article in Time is so beautifully written, covers quotes from parents, from kids, talks about the experience, talks about from Mattel's, Mattel's side of things, from the business side of things, from the social side of things. It's huge, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to dive more into what this means for myself, what this means for society, what this means for the community. And you better believe that the second this doll hits shelves, or even beforehand, hey, shout out Mattel, send me one. I'd love to review it and talk more about this and share it with the universe. This is so, so, so meaningful to me. It is so exciting. It's the first Barbie in my life that I ever want to have. And they're not even referring to it actually within the Barbies. They're actually referring to it, I believe it is the Creative World doll. And I think that's beautiful, and it allows these kids to really just see themselves, and I think this doll is going to help save lives. I really do, I mean it, and I'm just really excited, and I can't wait to have one. I can't wait to buy them for my family members that are new to having kids, that are having kids in the near future. I'm thrilled. I am over the moon, and I would love to know how you feel about it. please leave comments below. If you like this video, you want to learn more about how I feel about this or other things like this, you want to follow my journey, please subscribe. Again, definitely recommend checking out that Time article, and stay tuned, this doll is going to be in stores super soon, in time for the holidays, apparently. Wow. Wow, I'm shaken up. I'm totally shaken up in the best way. I'm literally shaking. I'm so excited. I will see you in the next video.